Welcome back, folks. And I'll tell you what, this season on the baseball diamond proved to be a challenging one for the Dakota Valley Panthers, but it was also one of perseverance and community, making the DV baseball team this week's SportsFource Champion. The beginning of the baseball season seemed like any other for the Dakota Valley baseball program. They were rolling through the regular season, doing their thing, before baseball would be put on the back burner.
We noticed that the water had crossed the interstate, and so we stopped over at their house and realized that it was coming pretty fast. Little did anybody know how bad it was going to get, and so the next morning I got up, the sun was coming up, and I was driving down the road here and realized that there was quite a bit of destruction. It was an interesting time for sure, and then of course the cleanup process began, and we're here at the baseball field to start figuring out what are our options because our field was underwater as well.
After seeing the damage the flood caused, many Panther players figured it was time to get ready for next season.
I wasn't really thinking about baseball at the time at all, just thinking about, I had a couple buddies who had some families that lived right there at McCook, so just thinking about that, how they would handle all that.
Just a little bit, but you can't just like lose faith just like that. You know, you can always try and find a way to push through something.
We took a week off after that. You know, we really had families impacted, and the community, of course, you know, really was in a tough situation.
But then when the field was underwater and we thought, how long is that going to take to go down? What kind of damage is going to be left?
And then we started getting local teams that reached out to us and said, hey, if you need a field to practice, to play, you know, we'll offer it up.
One of those teams would be the South Sioux City Cardinals, who offered Voss Field at Clazy Park as a spot the Panthers could get their work in.
I heard about what happened over there at Dakota Valley, so they actually reached out to me and asked if they could use the fields, and I was like, yeah, sure, we're not using them, you can use them anytime you want. So, with fields to practice and play on thanks to South Sioux and many others in the baseball community, the Panthers thrived at the end of the season. The 14-under squad rolled all the way to a state championship. In the 16U squad, they would finish as runners-up.
And so the kids were tough, they were resilient, their parents are super supportive, and the community got behind them too. So winning the state championship was kind of a fun way to end the summer after a challenging spot in the middle.